Shalom, shalom. It's the Kalaya. I want to start my video off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to you, Akim, out here laboring in this truth on the highways and hedges, making their body a living sacrifice, make their calling in the election for sure. Shalom to you, Akim, Akwaf, that's tuning to these videos in truth and sincerity. All right, so title of this video is going to be who the Lord love, he give chastising. Okay, so since the beginning of time, all right, obviously, in the scriptures, the Lord said that we're a peculiar people unto him above all nations upon the face of the earth. Okay, but we according to Deuteronomy 28, in the beginning it says, if we hearken into the ways of the Lord, then all these good things will come upon us. But in Deuteronomy 28 and 15, it also tells us if we didn't listen, all the things that will come upon us and the chastisement and things that we would have to go through because we didn't listen to the Lord. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that off with Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, thy Yahweh, the Most High, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right? So if we didn't hearken, we didn't hearken to the Lord, so all these curses came upon us. Okay, I'm having an evil eye towards your brother. Okay, curse thy in the field. All right, but the biggest one that everybody knows, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, man. Okay, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans going into slavery, man. All right, and that's chastisement from the Lord. All right, that's a chastisement from the Lord, man, because he loved us. All right, he put that on us. All right, so I'm gonna grab a few precepts, stating pretty much, that chastisement is for who the Lord loves, man, and we should do the same as well, for our kids if we love them as well. So I'm gonna pull a few precepts. Lord willing, this video is edifying. All right, I'm gonna go to the book of Titus. All right, I'm gonna start off at verse 2. Salaki, chapter 2 at the top. But speak thou these things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, and charity, and patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. Right? So, we got to be an example of how to, for our children, okay? And that's specifically speaking about for Eve, but the same thing's going to, apply to Jake too, okay? It says to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai be not blasphemy. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded in all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works and doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, and sincerity. Right? So, we gotta be that good example, man. All right, because if not, you're gonna be leading your kid down the wrong path. Okay, you're gonna be leading your kid down the wrong path. Too many times do we see that you got Eve, wearing all this non-modest apparel, and they see doing the same thing, man. They making twerking videos, they doing all this reckless stuff, man. And that's that's going off. All right. So this next precept is gonna really Salakia bring out my point here, but I want to bring that out first. All right. All right, this is Proverbs 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Right. So according to what I just read, Salaki and Titus, you get the point, man. Now we got to raise up a child the way that he should go, so he won't depart from it. Most importantly, teaching our seeds the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right, now our seeds, Lord willing, it may not, they ain't gonna make it to the age that we at, man. Lord willing, Babylon be destroyed before then. Okay, but we got to raise them up in the right way so that they don't go away from it. So, like I said, following these law, statutes, and commandments to our best ability, showing them the same, showing them not that eating pork is going off, most of us probably, and I'm speaking for myself, all my seeds are younger. So, I got them at a point where they're sponges, letting them know that, the so-called white man isn't your power, isn't God, isn't so-called Jesus. All right, giving them the right upcoming, man. All right, because at the end of the day, if my child is going off, hey, I'm going to chastise my child, man. Same way the Lord did us. Because we ain't listen. The Lord told us a certain way to do something, and we ain't listen. Guess what happened? Hey, the Lord had to send chastisement, man. Okay, to correct us. So the same thing. If you teach your child the same thing, he shouldn't go off from it. But if so be, correct them with the rod, man. Because who the Lord love, he give chastisement, man. The Lord gonna bring you through some things, and that's the same thing you're gonna have to do for your child. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Let me grab that. It's the Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 3. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. Right. So, because Jake, like I said, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die and their departure is taken for misery. Nah, man. Hey, the Lord, they're found worthy in the eyes of the Lord, man. Okay, this is talking about the elect. All right. And it says, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace, right? So ultimately, it's for the carnal part is utter destruction, but they're in peace once you're in that spiritual realm. Okay, and having been a little chastised, they have been greatly rewarded, for Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Right. So you gotta be tried through the fire, man. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have care for his elect. Right. So once again, that's talking about the elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. For whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labor is unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Okay, so the chastisement, that we go through now, hey, it might seem grievous, to the worldly people, man. All right, but at the same time, hey, man, we thankful, because that's all that's gonna do is build us up for the time to come, to be into the kingdom, man. Okay, so when we get chastised, we give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, we don't just wait for good things to happen. All right, so who the Lord love, he give chastising. The Lord chastises elect, man, as you just heard. The Lord chastises elect. Okay. Because you got a child and you're gonna beat your child to correct them. All right. This is Ephesians chapter 6. Start at verse 1. Children, obey your parents in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou may live as long on earth. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonishment of the Lord. Right. So, hey, we're gonna raise up our children the way that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, same he did for us, man. Teach us the right ways. But if you go off, a chastisement, man. So don't be afraid to chastise your child. The scripture tells you spare not the rod from your child. Matter of fact, I'll pull that. Okay? Because who the Lord love, he give chastising. What's love? Following his law, statutes, commandments. Okay? Proverbs 13:24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chastiseth him betimes. Right. So if you spare the rod from your son, you hate him, man. That's like if the Lord never gave us chastisement, man, never corrected us, man. I mean, the Lord ain't, the Lord, you be a bastard child according to the scriptures. And I'm gonna pull that in a second too. All right, but it said, "He that loveth him chastise him betimes." Right. So what does the title of the video? Who the Lord love, he give chastising. All right. So if you love your child, give him chastising. It goes hand in hand, man. We just follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to our best ability. Okay. I'm just going to go to this first before I jump to that Hebrews. This is Proverbs 23, verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beated him with the rod, he shall not die. Right. So giving chastisement to your child and hitting him with a belt, he's not going to die. You only correcting him. Thou shalt beat him with the rod and shall deliver his soul from hell. Right. So you delivering him from bad times, man. Because hell isn't a place; it's a state of mind, man. Or hell is sometimes known as the grave, but in this particular scenario, so the same thing, man. The Lord chastise us, man, to try to deliver our soul. The Lord chastise us, so the same you do for your child, man. Who the Lord love, he give chastising. All right. Let me go to that Hebrews 12, start at verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastising of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son who he receiveth. Right, so the Lord is who the Lord loves, man. He's going to give chastisement, man. Don't faint when you're rebuked of the Lord, man. Accept that, man. Give praises. All right, I'm getting a lot of chastisement this week, I feel like. And every time it happens, man, I'm giving praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. From the pain to my car breaking down, from Eve. Hey, man, I'm giving praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai all week, man. Through the chastisement, through the good. Because who the Lord love, he give chastising. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and scourgeth every son whom he may receive. If ye endure chastising, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Right, so the Lord ain't chastising you, the Lord looking at you as a bastard. All right? So the Lord That goes hand in hand with same thing with your seeds. You see what I'm saying? If you love him, give him chastisement, man. Correct him. That's the Lord doing to us. He only building us up, man. Furthermore, we have had our fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, right? So, like what I'm saying right now, chastising your child, we had our fathers of the flesh. You know, your biological father, which chastising you, and we gave them reverence, right? Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Right. So if you gave reverence to your son, your dad, that gave you chastisement, you're gonna be in subjection to Yahweh Shem Shai. Yahweh forbid, man. Okay. So who the Lord love, he give chastisement, man. Salakia. Looking for something. Salakia. I can't find this precept that I'm looking for. This is Psalms 94 and verse 12. Blessed is the man whom thou chasten, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. Right. So blessed is the man who the Lord chastises, man, who the Lord loves. Give them rest for the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. Right. Talking about the heathen nation, man. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. Okay. It says that thou may give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. Right. I got one more in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastising of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. Right. So don't despise the chastising of the Lord, man, when the Lord got you going through something, man. Don't despise it. You rejoice in it. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighted. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Right, man. So this is all throughout the scriptures, man. When the Lord love, he gonna give chastising. All right. I'm gonna go to the book of Sirach. I'm gonna start at chapter 2, and says, my son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. I'm gonna start at the top, Salakia. Set thy heart upright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Right. So when you come to this thing, hey, prepare yourself for temptation. The Lord gonna bring you through a lot, man. All right. The Lord's gonna bring you through a lot, man. He's gonna have you tempted, want you to smoke these blunts. Wanting to go back into do worldly shit. Okay. It says set their heart upright and constantly endure. Right. And that's what you got to do, man. This thing you got to endure into the end. Okay. And make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Right. So we gotta hold it down to the end, man, because you're gonna be increased at the end, man. Okay, it's like a boost. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Salakia. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Right. So whatever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully. This chastisement, man. Whatever the Lord throws your way, man, take it cheerfully. Okay? And be patient when you're changed to a low estate. So when you feel like you ain't got shit, the Lord done took it all from you. Hey, man, be glad. For gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him and he will heap thee. Order the way all right and trust in him. Right. So we got to trust in the Lord, man, when we're going through these chastisement. Even if we go into our lowest state, man, not even asking the Lord why. Just be grateful, man. Okay. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest ye fall. Right. And Lord willing, I'm kind of worthy to endure to the end, man, to be part of that elect and get beamed up. Okay. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward should not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Right, man. So who the Lord love, he give chastising, man. And for you Jakes out there that got seeds too, man. Hey, that chastisement for your child is you showing your child love because you're trying to correct him. Raising up your child the way that he should be. Because, hey, the Lord gave us direction. We ain't follow. We had to give us chastisement to get us correct. So, like I said, this is a personal exhortation of myself, man. I've been getting chastised all week, man. I'm not saying other brothers haven't. I'm pretty sure they have. But that's what, encouraged this video, man. From my car, messing up on me. And look at that, man. At the time of the chastisement, the Lord pulled through, man. He got the Akim, to pull through for me. Okay. And it was another Jake that just came out of nowhere, man, when I was on the side of the road, man. The Lord had that, that hedge of protection over me, man. Call Holoim Law, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. I had, my fellow Gadai, shout out Gabar, pulled through for me too. And I was all through the Lord, Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay. And through it all, man, I'm talking about, hey, I'm thanking the Lord, man. I'm not crying, why me? Car cut off in the middle of traffic. Oh, well, call Holoim Law, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, look at that, man. Now I'm back riding again, man. Okay, the Lord, the Lord taketh away. He bring it right back, man. Right now I'm making this video and I got the worst toothache in America. Hey, man, call Holoim Law, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Chastisement from the Lord. Okay. So, same thing with Eve, man. Trying me with my seed. Hey, call Holoim Law, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So this video really was, inspired from my own, exhortation, examining myself, man. Knowing that, who the Lord love, he give chastising, man. And I'm thankful for that, So, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to close out my video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Bakakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Till next time, I say Shalom.